Ken Trahan with Lenny Vangilder. It's our first NBC Weekend Review, brought to you by First NBC Bank with 31 locations throughout South Louisiana. The Hornets with a thrilling win at the buzzer over the Trailblazers. So a reversal of fortunes. They pull one out late rather than blowing one late, and Ryan Anderson was primarily responsible with an assist to Gravis Vasquez.
Yeah, good way to finish before you head out on a 3-game road trip. You're right, a reversal from what we've seen earlier this week with games against Orlando and the Lakers, although the Hornets put themselves in that position by giving away a decent fourth-quarter lead, allowing Portland to rally and take the lead, but Anderson stepped up with first a huge three. Portland came down, hit another three, then Anderson with the conventional three-point play in the final 2 seconds to come out with the win.
Yep, good win for them, and they did it without Eric Gordon. Second of back-to-backs, didn't play. Of course, Austin Rivers done, Jason Smith done. So shorthanded team, Brian Roberts started, did a nice job, and they got contributions all around. And Roberts, as I mentioned, was pretty solid. So good win, and now they go on the road Tuesday night at Brooklyn. Then they go on Friday night to Washington before hitting Minnesota on Sunday before they return home a week from tonight. So we'll follow that for you at sportsnola.com. NFL free agency beginning this week, so the wheels will start turning. And do you expect to see any action from the New Orleans Saints?
I don't know how much. The biggest thing that I'm watching for in this is what's going to happen before 3 o'clock on Tuesday, because the Saints still have not gotten under the salary cap, and they have to make moves. When free agency starts, one thing goes along with that. The league year also starts, and that happens Tuesday at 3 o'clock. And by then, you have to be under the cap. Mm-hmm. And to be able to sign anybody, whether it's your own players or otherwise, you've got to be even further under the cap. So the Saints are still over, as far as we know. So some moves have to be made here in the next 30 hours or so, leading up to the start of the league year for the Saints to be able to either start the year or be able to be any kind of player in free agency.
Well, it's going to be interesting. Mike Florio reporting that the Saints might have some interest in John Abraham if they don't retain Will Smith. Stay tuned. We'll continue to watch as that develops. Basketball, March Madness, and tickets have been punched for, 5, 6 leagues already, maybe 7, and more will be determined here starting tonight and concluding this coming weekend as we get set for the NCAA basketball tournament.
I love this time of year. This is a lot of fun. You're watching teams that you don't watch all year long. I mean, I tell you, the Sun Belt semifinals, remember, we've got the Sun Belt tournament in New Orleans coming up the next 3 years. This is their last year in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Sun Belt was incredibly compelling last night. Middle Tennessee, there's been a lot of debate about Middle Tennessee. They're a team that went 19-1 in their league. They've got a great resume, but being in a mid-major league, have they done enough to get in at large bid after getting upset in the semis last night by FIU and Richard Pitino, the son of Rick Pitino? Right. Now, it's going to be one to watch as we go into Selection Sunday. Of course, the local interest, LSU and Tulane. LSU in the SEC tournament, they'll play in the 8-9 game, as will Tulane in the Conference USA tournament. It's good news, bad news proposition there. You finish somewhere in the middle of the pack. The bad news is if you win your opening game, you probably got the number 1 seed waiting for you in the quarterfinals.
Boy, I just detest conference tournaments, and Middle Tennessee's a perfect example. FIU has no business being in a situation like that, but they are, and it may cost their real team a bit, and that's too bad for my friend Monty Tao and for my friend Kermit Davis at Middle Tennessee. High school basketball state championships decided in Monroe this past weekend, and boy, they had some great games, overtime games all over the place, girls and boys.
Yeah, great way to finish out the basketball season. Some terrific games. Congratulations to the winner. Arguably the best game of the week was the 1A boys final. Country Day was 20 points down midway through the third quarter, came back, forced overtime, won the game in overtime. A terrific win, and congratulations to Mike McGuire and his team.
Indeed. Congratulations to Timmy Bird in Riverside for a terrific win. Congratulations to Salmon for winning a girls' championship in 4A as well, and St. Thomas Aquinas girls for winning in 2A too. So some area teams doing very, very well. Don't forget Sports NOLA Spotlight tonight, 6 p.m., and our first NBC Prep Baseball Showcase continues with another compelling game between Holy Cross and John Curtis. Lenny?
Why is it every time that we show up, it's a one-run game? Yeah. That's all we're going to tell you, by the way.
That's it. 8 p.m. tonight. You have to tune in to find out what happened. That's Holy Cross, John Curtis. Really good game. WHNO Channel 20 tonight. Be there. Lenny, a pleasure. Thank you.
And we'll see you later this week.
That's our first NBC Weekend Review, brought to you by First NBC Bank with 31 locations throughout South Louisiana. For Lenny Vangilder, I'm Ken Trahan. God bless. Have a great week.